everyone. Hello, it's Mills here from leadersoftheheart.com. Now, I just have a quick message for you today. It's come from a conversation that I had with a good friend earlier on. And the purpose of this video is really just to get you to question where you might be limiting yourself in some way. So basically, we carry on our lives, going about whatever we're doing in our lives, and often we can have these thoughts which can hold ourselves back. Now, this is especially important if you're in a life at the moment that you don't feel is quite the right life for you for some reason or other. Please do say hello if you can hear me. It'd be lovely to see who's here. So I work with women often who are looking to create some kind of change in their life. They've created a life that they feel isn't quite the right life for them. Quite often it revolves around their work. They feel that they maybe have fallen into a job that kind of was easy for them and opportunities arose and they got into this job and it was great and it gave them lots of money, but actually it's not really fulfilling them. And, you know, I know how that is. I've been there myself. That's part of the reason that I do the coaching that I do, because I've had that search myself for where is my happiness? Where is my joy? Where can I feel fulfilled? Where can I bring all of my gifts to the world and feel like I'm using my unique skills in the world and creating a life that just ultimately lights me up? So I was speaking with a friend earlier and she was saying how she's created this life, very affluent life, so loads of money in her life, really high class, high paying job, very important job, you know, lots of responsibility and so on, and living a very, very rich life. However, this person isn't happy. Now, we all know money doesn't just make you happy. We know that. You know, quite often we feel like, oh, we want more money, and that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. But of course, money doesn't make us happy. Now, what had happened to this person was, you know, they're living this rich life and they say, you know, I don't want this anymore. I want to change it. I want to just follow my creative streak. I want to get back to that place where I felt free and I could do all my music, and they've got these visions of creating this other life and a different kind of business. But the most important thing of all of this that struck me was that they said, you know, I don't care about money. As long as I've got enough to live, I don't care how much money I get. And that was when the warning bells were ringing to me. Because it's fine to vision a new life that we want. We all go through different stages in our lives when different things are important to us and we have different priorities and different things that we want to do. And it's great to listen to that whisper inside of your heart about what's right for you and which way is now. And we can have many different careers in our lives, and that's absolutely fine. But when you start to transition into one, you can have it all. So I said to this friend, you know, just because you're living in this rich life now and you want to move to this other place where there's, you know, possibly you're going to get less money, you don't have to tell that story around, well, I'm going to move to this other place where I'm going to follow my creativity and it doesn't matter about, you know, not getting enough money. I'll be happy. I can be kind of poor and I can be happy. And I said, hold on, you can be happy and you can be rich. Just because you're rich now, you don't have to throw all of that out and say, right, I'm going to get rid of being rich because I want to follow a simple life. And so I'm not going to be rich anymore. I'm going to be happy but poor. I said to her, you know, you can be happy and you can be rich. Don't limit yourself. And when we explored it a bit more, of course, there's something underneath the surface. What's underneath the surface? Fear. And what's inside the fear? Fear of failing. Now, who can relate to that? I'm going to hold myself small and I'm going to say, it doesn't really matter if I make any money in this new venture because at least I'll be happy. And it's like, you're saying that because if you don't make enough money, then you can say, oh, it's okay, I never made it, I never intended to make enough money, so I'm not going to feel bad about myself. This person said to me, oh, if I set my aspirations too high, then maybe I fail and then I'll feel bad about myself. And it's like, that's where the work is to do. I said that whole phrase about, you know, where you reach for the sun or reach for the moon and then you fall upon the stars. As if you reach for a 10 and then you reach, in the end, you fall at 8. How great is that? Rather than if you reach for a 5 and you end at 3. So if you are transitioning into something and if it feels quite scary and if you're not sure how it's all going to go, don't tell yourself a limiting belief story around, oh, well, it doesn't matter if this and that, because that's just your fear of failure. That's just your fear that, oh, it might not work out, so I better not say too much about, you know, how great it's going to be in case I look stupid because it doesn't work out the way it's meant to work out. It doesn't matter. Everything is always working out perfectly. Keep pushing your boundaries out, that everything's going to be great. I'm going to make loads of money in this job and I'm going to be happy having this creative life that I'm dreaming of. Yeah, and if when you're in that, if it doesn't work out like that, then you vision again and you move on again. And it's a constant state of evolving in evolution. But don't sit at the start line, peering to the end line, going, oh, well, and just like lessening yourself and limiting what might happen because you're worried in case you might fail. So I'd love to hear if this resonates for you, this whole fear of failure. Where are you making yourself small because you're afraid that you might fail? And I want to tell you that if you want this and that, that's possible. You don't have to chuck everything out because you're worried if it won't work out. It's possible to have a happy life doing a career that you love and have money. They're not mutually exclusive. You don't have to stay in a job that doesn't light you up, that eats your soul away, but it gives you money. Okay, well, I better settle for that. You don't have to do that. You can find work that fulfills you and that lights you up and that creates a good lifestyle and gives you more than enough. And don't let those thoughts tell you, well, it doesn't matter. Don't settle for as long as I've got enough to live. That's okay. It's bullshit. Yeah, we live in an abundant universe. Money is flowing all around. You can have everything that you desire, but it all comes from here. So push out those boundaries, expand your mindset and get clear about all the amazing things that you want and watch the magic start to happen. Okay, I love you and leave you for now. Thank you for listening. God bless you all. Namaste.